And welcome to Thursday, August the 3rd, 2017. Let's take a look at some of our Alaska headlines. BlueCrest Energy has halted a project in the Kenai, saying that basically the state has failed to pay them the cash credits, which is what got them into the project in the first place. And we can have a commentary on this at some point, how the state has been trying to encourage basically malinvestment. These are things that the oil companies would be investing in if it was profitable for them to do so. They haven't been because they haven't been able to make enough money doing it. They did it because they were getting cash from the state. Now that the cash is gone, they're not doing the projects anymore. This is the second such project here by a company pulling out and stopping their work in the last 2 months. Troopers have identified a fisherman who went missing in Ugashik Bay as an Ninilchik man. He was not wearing a flotation device, and he could not swim when he went overboard. A number of oyster farmers down in the Ketchikan area and Prince of Wales Island are now back in business after a state-ordered shutdown. It's because higher than normal, in fact higher than allowable levels of PSP toxins have been found in their oysters. So they had a mandatory shutdown, and then they had to go a number of weeks without any sign of the toxins, which they now did, back in business and amazingly making money once again. After years of hikes, Premera has filed rates for 2018 that are down 21.6%. How did they do that? I will tell you how they did that. They got federal money to do that, as the United States government, in its wisdom, gave Alaska a waiver, which basically translates into free money to drive down the cost of insurance. Now, in addition to the state money that is going into Premera, that is allowing Premera to charge less to its end users. Also, the state of Alaska legislators have set aside some $200,000 to give to Anchorage so that the Anchorage police can patrol the Seward Highway. A Bethel man being charged for a murder against his wife. Apparently the two of them, and more details have come out, the two of them have been separated for some time, but they were drinking together when an argument broke out and he killed her. And for news for ballet fans, the North Star Ballet has purchased the Artisan's Courtyard, so they'll be able to move out of their cramped quarters that they've had in their theater grounds for decades. The Yukon-Kuskokwim tribal area is seeking a regional government. They've got some 56 tribes out in that area. It's huge, and over 500 villages. Trying to come up with some regional government is going to be quite a trick. They're actually having a constitutional convention this week. There's a story about boosting Alaska's seafood brand awareness in sitnews.us if you want to check that out, and how the ASMI is conducting marketing specifically in Brazil, which is relatively new, and in Eastern Europe, where many countries simply are not aware of Alaska seafood. And lastly, remember there are many more stories we don't have time for. Become a subscriber at radiofreespeech.com. I'll send you 30 to 40 minutes. There's a story on how the Mat-Su Assembly has postponed a vote indefinitely on a sales tax special election. However, they have proposed a tax on plastic bags. There you have it. That's our Alaska news. Check out radiofreespeech.com.